What can it do for you though? Okay, we talked about building trust, getting information, building relationships, and it's also making us more transparent. At the heart of this though, social media is about passion. It is about engaging your audience. It's about making them feel memories, relationship building. So I look at us as kind of like an iceberg. Tip of the iceberg, that's what people see about, that's who we are each and every day. People see us, right? What's beneath the surface though, that 2/3? Can you reveal to me something about you that I don't know? And I don't mean it has to be overly revealing. Just, is it humorous? Is it interesting? Is it something I don't know or have not yet discovered about you or your business? Social media, at the heart of it, it is less about now campaigns and more about these individual conversations or conversations we're having in groups. Instead of connecting word of mouth now, we're connecting world of mouse. So I've got a success formula here for you. The first part is where people go wrong right off the bat. They engage in all these different things and they're just active. They're throwing information out there about me. Here I am, world, woo! But at the first bare bone basic, listen what people are saying about you, about your competitors. Just listen to the conversations, because first off, you'll basically discover the etiquette of how, what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior. That's really important off the start. 50% of your time, whether it be 6 minutes a day, is listening. Then take part in the conversations. 25% should be responding. So you're actively engaging. You care what other people are saying, and you are responding to that. The final part, the last 25%, should be the creating, your creations. And then people will in turn listen and respond to you. But when this goes into like a 75 or an 80% and a 10 and a 10, it doesn't work. It really is not effective. Anybody read this book, All I Ever Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten? I'm telling you, if you go back to kindergarten, learn the basics of listening, learning, sharing, you've got social media licked. And anybody see earlier, the fastest demographic growing on Facebook right now is by people by the ages of 35 years and older, predominantly females, 55 to 65. So this is a trend that is continuing to grow, and we're seeing it as business owners. This is a definite tool and an application to be used. So last year, Tourism Queensland in Australia came up with this idea, stood out from the noise, best job in the world campaign. We're going to offer this person a 6-month contract. Just send us in a 1-minute video about why you would make the best island caretaker. Your responsibilities: clean the pool, feed the fish, collect the mail. Woohoo! Easy. Explore and report back about the 900 or so islands that surround Hamilton Island and the Great Barrier Reef. So I saw this when I was about to do our weather forecast at A Channel one evening, and I thought this is pretty neat, but I didn't say anything, or I didn't tell anybody I was interested in it. I just kind of put it in my hat and took it home. And then the next day went to Emma Squared Production headquarters, and I said, team, I want to try something. I want to try a social media expert with our company. I want to see if we have what it takes to get our videos to the top. And so we sat and we followed that success formula. 50%, we entered our video at the very end. Not because we were procrastinators, but what would we do? 50%, we listened, we observed, we watched. 95% of the videos sent in by female Canadians were of females in bikinis out in the cold, freezing, saying, please rescue me, take me to a hot tropical location. That's what they all look like. They did not stand out from the noise. If you have 35,000 videos at 1 minute apiece and a panel of 15 people looking at those videos, if you were to do the math when the time constraints were when they were going to award the top 50, it was not possible to do that, to watch them all. So what will they do? They don't watch all of your 1 minute video. The same. 5 seconds, that's all you're gonna get, really. So how do you stand out from the noise? You only have to be a little bit different, but observation, watch what your competitors are doing. You don't want to do the same as everyone else, so you want to be a little bit different.
What? She can't scuba dive, so she's going to go on an Alaskan Cruise instead? That's crazy! I'm on it! Island caretaker! We'll take her to Hamilton Island to have breakfast with a koala, Daydream Island's Rejuvenation Day Spa, horse riding along Horseshoe Bay, and go on a sunset cruise from Orpheus Island. I'm Melissa Schenk. I've been a cruise ship port lecturer, a competitive swimmer, I currently own my own video production company, and I'm a weather specialist. And now, I'm your Island caretaker. I feed the fish, collect the mail, clean the pool, and then set sail.
Melissa's sole motive is to explore the islands, so you'll know what to do when you visit the islands of the Great Barrier Reef.
Share it with me. All those things you've dreamed of doing, there's something for everyone on the islands of the Great Barrier Reef.
And you go back to that iceberg, and what's beneath the surface a little bit different. Everyone at A Channel, they know I'm kind of goofy, and they'd never seen that side of me before. What the heck was that? You know, you walk down the street, people are like, hey, island caretaker, how's it going? Woo! It's something just funny, and it's something to talk about, right? You're engaging your viewers, you're engaging your audience, you're having fun with them. So what I want to do now is play for you a video that CBC Ottawa just released a news story on these CLOs, Chief Listening Officers, or social media strategists. What is this job all about, and where is it going?
So what if you could be paid for updating your profile on Facebook? Or what if you could become a professional tweeple? That's what Twitter users are called, by the way. Well, that job is actually becoming a reality. They are called social media jobs, and they're popping up all over career sites. Tiffany Tombeau has more.
Kelly Rusk spends her day on sites like Twitter and Facebook, but she's not changing her own profile or uploading pictures of herself. Instead, she's on those sites for work.
Generally just meeting people, making connections, building relationships.
More and more companies are using social networking sites as a way to advertise. And now many employers are actually hiring people at about $50,000 a year to specifically manage these online communities. They're tweeting on Twitter, posting ads on Facebook, and creating profiles on LinkedIn.
Companies are using it to improve their customer service, to monitor what's going on, what people are talking about, and use that data, which we were never able to get before, to improve their business.
In Ottawa, the U.S. Embassy recently posted a job for a social media assistant. It has already established profiles on most social networking sites, but maintaining them has now become a full-time job.
I guess what we're always looking for is people who can help us keep savvy on what the current trends are and where people prefer to go to get their information and to participate.
And knowledge of certain sites like Facebook or Twitter is also becoming a requirement for a variety of jobs. So by updating your personal Facebook profile or tweeting, you could actually be gaining some valuable work experience.
For Rusk, she says her personal interest in social media, combined with her public relations background, helped her land this new job. She says it's a field she expects will only continue to grow.
I think this concept of social media will stay the same. The tools will always change. So it's Facebook and Twitter today, you know, it might be some other crazy named thing tomorrow.
Tiffany Tombeau, CBC News, Ottawa.
First impressions, people are making those impressions of you first online and then in person. Now, as a producer, you can actually you can have a very effective online campaign, a first impression, if you will. You can do it too, actually, even for your store. So if you take a video or like a store or an organization, you take your video camera and you're giving someone a tour of that store, because they have a familiarity of what it looks like, colors, senses, sounds, that sort of thing from the video, they get a sense of what it's all about. So when they actually walk into that situation or that shop, I feel kind of comfortable. I feel like I sort of belong here. I feel as though I've been there before, or I feel as though I know you, because you've created that experience for them online first. It's very subliminal, it's psychological, but it is very effective as well. Because it really is easier to do business with someone that you've met in person, or at least you think you've met in person, because we feel as though we trust or know them, right? So back to the basics again. We talked about establishing an online presence, but what's your story? What do you have to share? What is underneath that iceberg that is yet to be discovered about you? It can be anything. It doesn't have to be, you know, overly revealing. It can be humorous. It can be what you want it to be. Anybody see this contest last year? HP did this You on You contest, Hewlett-Packard, and it was last summer. It was very successful, had about 500,000 views or more, really great ratings. But what they wanted to know was, what's your story? They were promoting a new computer. It was a creative computer. You know, a computer is a computer, whether you're an Apple fan, Mac, into a PC, Dell, whatever it is. But what they wanted to know was your story. What are your passions? What do you want to accomplish? What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? And what didn't they want you to show in your video? What don't you see there? Their face. And I thought this was brilliant. How do you stand out from the noise? Boom, just something a little bit different.